Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going over the Trijicon HD night sights. Now I have these sights on a number of different pistols, but most recently in my Glock 42 video I mentioned how much I really like them, especially when shooting at distance or when shooting quickly. So that's sort of a good combination there, the ability to do both of those well. So I got a few questions about that. I wanted to go ahead and answer those here in the review, why I like them, and I actually wasn't planning on doing a review for it, but due to the large amount of questions I got, we're going to go ahead and do that and try to show you why I like these sights coming up next. The dimensions and specific shape of each set of sights is going to vary depending on the maker of the gun and then the model of the gun within that maker. So as you can see here, they make them for tons of different guns. Obviously Glocks, M&Ps, and other more popular guns like SIGs are going to be some of the ones that you're going to see out most often, but they do make them for all these different brands, and we'll roll in some pictures of different models throughout the review here and then at the end as well. But what I'm going to go over here is things that they all sort of have in common up front. The front sight is going to have some photoluminescent paint around the tritium insert, so it's very easy to pick up in daylight like we talked about. It really does just grab your eye, and you're drawn to it both due to the size as well as the color. And that photoluminescent paint is going to hold the charge depending on how much light it's gotten, but anywhere from 15 to maybe 30 minutes, and obviously it'll gradually dim over time until you recharge it with another light source, and any kind of light source will work. So sun or like a flashlight, anything like that will charge that photoluminescent paint. Trijicon really has set the industry standard for the tritium lamps. A lot of other companies use them, but certainly Trigicon's going to use them in their own sights as they do here, and those lamps are warranted for 12 years from the time of manufacture. So when you actually buy them, check out the date that's manufactured. It'll be right on the package when you buy it, and that's when the warranty starts, not when you actually buy it. So just keep that in mind. But those lamps in there, the tritium lamps, are bonded to an aluminum cylinder that goes within the sights. The sights themselves are steel, and then after they put them in there, it's bonded with a jeweled cap to prevent any sort of damage from impact hitting those tritium lamps. Also, it'll prevent damage from solvents should you choose to use them when cleaning your gun. So it's going to keep them nice and safe and glowing bright, at least to your eyes, throughout the life of the sight. There's a few cool things going on here on the rear sight all at once. You have these serrations here that are going to block out any sort of glare as you're acquiring your sight picture. The tritium lamps have no outline around them, so it's going to really cause your eye to be drawn to the front sight, particularly in daylight situations. And the U-notch here, there's been a lot of studies that have shown that the U-notch is quicker for the human eye to acquire a sight picture for most people. Not everyone, but for most people. I've found that for myself, it certainly is. So that's kind of a cool thing there as well. And then also, if you take a look at the design of it here, it has this nice hook on there that's going to aid in one-handed manipulations of the gun should you have to do that. Whenever discussing pistol sights, it's always important to point out that it really is largely a personal preference thing in terms of what sort of setup that you like. Some folks like 3 dots like this. Some folks like just a dot up front, blacked out rear, eye dots, straight 8s, all black across the board. So it really does vary depending on a person. But in terms of day capable as well as night capable sights, these really are some of the best out there. And obviously they're some of the most popular out there. Honestly, outside of price, I really can't find a con for them. I really like them all the way around. And if it's a pistol that I think I'm going to use a lot, generally I'm going to lean towards these or some variant of them. So basically, cost being the big negative, what do they cost, right? I think the MSRP on most of them is like 175-ish. It depends on the model. Again, like we discussed earlier, there are a lot of different models out there, and I checked today on a few different sites like Amazon, Optics Planets, a few others, and basically they're going to run street price, at least online anyway, somewhere in the $120 to $140 range. So certainly they are expensive, but like I said, there's a lot of things going for them. They've been very popular even with that price point, and they're certainly quality sights for sure. Really, it just depends what you want. If you guys have any questions about these sights or anything else we discuss here on the channel, you can always post below in the comment section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video.